It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hello, welcome. It is Geno Showtime. What's happening, everybody? Yes, if you are looking at me live right now, I want to welcome you to the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live here on my YouTube channel. Now, I know sometimes your phone and your devices act crazy. It may send you back to one of the back episodes, but today, Tuesday, December 7th, 80 years ago today, the United States of America was attacked by Japan. The Japanese military attacked our military base in Hawaii, Pearl Harbor. So for the few remaining veterans who survived that attack, just want to salute your service and your sacrifice. And for the fallen who gave up their life to protect their country, rest in peace, power, and paradise. So I just had to get that in there. Now, today is day number 16 of the Christmas Blackout. Now, you might be saying, if you're new to the show, all right, Geno, just what exactly is the Christmas Blackout? Now, the goal is to protect and support voting rights, to get politicians to either pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act or the Freedom to Vote Act. Now, I want to take a little different angle because sometimes these politicians, Senators Joe Manchin and Senator Kristen Sinema, they're just on some different kind of ish. So, okay, if I can't appeal to your sense of humanity, your sense of morality, your sense of compassion, empathy, and decency, I can get your attention, and I know exactly how to get your attention. As my grandfather said, get to digging in them pockets. He taught me the way to get people's attention with money and power is to take away that money and power, and I promise you, you will get their attention like that. So I said, why should we continue? We, especially as people of color, specifically Black Americans, and not just Black Americans, but specifically because we're talking about voting rights here in America. So listen, we got to have the John Lewis Voting Rights Act passed and or the Freedom to Vote Act passed. I say we need them both passed. So how do we get politicians to do the right thing? Well, we put pressure on the people who pay the politicians. Why should we, as the Black community, continue to give billions and trillions of dollars to companies and CEOs that take our money and then give it to politicians that want to take away and who are actively working to take away our voting rights? Don't make any sense. My grandmother said, Jeannie, don't beg anybody to take your money. And I'm not going to pay you to mistreat me. I'm not going to pay you to oppress me. I'm not going to pay you to give my money so people can take away, first, my voting rights. You're trying to take away the rights of women to determine what to do with their body. What's next? You want to take away our books about the true history of America? You want to take away Toni Morrison's books out of libraries and Alex Haley's roots out of libraries? Oh, because it's going to make my poor white children, I don't want them to feel bad. How the hell you think that Black kids been feeling for 402 years? And like I said earlier, I think it's good if a white child reads Alex Haley's novel Roots or Toni Morrison's, or if they learn about the horrors and just the cruelty, the murder, the lynching, the rape, not to mention the genocide of our Native American community. If they learn about that and they feel bad, that's a good thing. And you know why? Because if they feel bad, that shows that they have a sense of humanity and compassion and empathy that their damn parents and adults don't even have. And that means they will make sure that they or anyone around them, that their generation will never make the same mistake again to treat any group of people, another human, so inhumanely. So that's really what the Christmas Blackout is all about. And it's a chance to promote Black-owned businesses and Black business owners. Because the Christmas Blackout means if you're buying for Christmas, you got to buy Black only from Black-owned companies. That's how we get down on the Geno Jones Show. And I got a Black-owned business and a black business owner, a talented young lady. She's going to tell you all about Stone University. Coming up in about, I'd say 60 seconds. First of all, for those who believe in the power of prayer, please lift Nick Cannon and his family, the mother of his last child, child number 7 that was born about 5 months ago, 5-year-old young man named Zen. He tragically died Sunday from a rare form of brain cancer. His mother is Alyssa Scott. So Nick Cannon was very emotional on his TV show, talking about the loss of his son. And I can't even imagine, the natural order, the natural cycle of life says that our children are supposed to bury us. We are never supposed to bury our children. So I want to lift Nick Cannon and Alyssa Scott and all of their family up in prayer. Little Zen, rest in peace, power in paradise, young man. All right, got some good news. Shout out to Miss Cardi B. Miss Cardi B doing the damn thing. Now this is an example for all of us, especially we as Black Americans, we as Black folks, because the whole African diaspora, because this could happen anywhere, because, racism and just the whole institution of white supremacy and hatred is global, all right? Black people have been and are oppressed globally, the Caribbean and England and, South America. The largest group of enslaved people were not brought to America, were taken to Brazil, if you really want to know the truth. So, but anyway, shout out to Miss Cardi B. So she was hanging out this weekend in Miami, went to this club called E11. I should invoice y'all with y'all racist ass. But E11, I'm calling y'all out, I'm shouting you out. I'm shouting out Cardi B. So Cardi was going to E11, over the weekend in Miami to go ahead and get her party on, get her WAP on. So there were a group of Black women who were standing outside. They had been standing outside like forever. Wow. Sisters is looking good, had the gear on, the whole 9 yards. But wow. So the club and the security were just giving them the Heisman. It was like, nah, y'all heifers, y'all can't come in. So, Cardi gets out of her car, limo, whatever it was. So she gets out the vehicle. Oh, Cardi B. Yo, Cardi, they ain't letting Black women in the club. Cardi stops. I saw the video. She's like, huh, what? They not letting Black women in the club. Cardi's like, yo, y'all better let these Black women in the club. And so Cardi, I had to say it again, like I guess they didn't hear. Yo, y'all better let these Black women in the club. So Cardi, who you want to let in the club? All right, well, Cardi, we got to let you in first. So the bottom line, the sisters got in the club. That is how we have to be all the time. We really are our brothers and our sisters' keeper. And we got to stop being so tribalistic. We have been taught to hate each other. It's not in our DNA. That is all a part of the evil of white supremacy, purposely. We've been taught to hate each other. That's how people can control us economically, politically, socially, educationally, emotionally, in every way. It's to pit the whole tribal colorism, light against dark, and, north against south, and East Coast against West Coast. All that nonsense, all that BS, that is not in our DNA. On the continent of Africa, do your history. Understand and know your history. We are about community. Yes, you had tribal factions and war, but our DNA is about community. It's about the whole saying, you heard the phrase, it takes a village to raise a child. That's in our DNA. It's about your child is my child, and my child is your child. And if I see your child in danger, I'm going to protect your child like I do my child. Because when I see any child, I see my child, even though they both are grown. I see my child in any child. And that's how we got to be. It's time for me to bring on today's Christmas Blackout business owner. She is the owner of Stone University. It features streetwear whose goal is to promote the legalization of cannabis, Mary J. Wanna, weed, loud, whatever the hell you calling it, in the state of Michigan
Hey,
and specifically, I believe, in the city of Detroit. So, ladies and gentlemen, there she is on camera, the beautiful smile, rocking her gear. She got the merch on, Stone University. Welcome Ari Turner to the show. Hello, Ari.
hi.
Thank you for coming on. Boy, you rocking. Got the red on. She got the matching lipstick and the
Yes,
got the
yes.
merch on. So, how, did I hope I didn't like screw up in terms of my introduction, in terms of
No,
giving everybody the
perfect.
elevator pitch about Stone University. But I'll
Yes.
let you tell your story. Tell us how you got started and what was your inspiration, and then tell us about your products and where we can all go purchase your products.
Okay. So, one day I had got fired from my job at a pizza place, and I couldn't go to sleep. Couldn't go to sleep because I knew that I had to do something to get off my behind and make something happen for my Instagram page that I had had since I was 17 years old.
Wow.
I started on Instagram by taking pictures of cannabis that I would buy from dispensaries and ended up gaining a big following from that. So once I got fired, I'm like, here's my chance to now profit off my page if I can't get another job because I knew that was going to take off. I wrote it in my journal months prior of me getting fired of my business. So I was already planning. So once I got fired, I'm like, shoot, it's over and done with. I just got to spend the money and buy a Cricut machine, buy t-shirts. I messed up a few of them, but when I got it right, I sold out all my t-shirts in a matter of 3 hours. It
Wow.
was over and done with.
So how long ago? When did you start, and how old were you when you started?
I had just turned 21 in March and I got fired a week after my birthday. So we're around April 1st now. So I
Wow.
started my business in the month of April, and it's been a fun journey since then, putting all my ideas into my journal and just making them come to life. So,
I love
yeah.
it. So I'm just curious. So what's the name of the pizza place you were working at?
Cloverleaf Pizza. Don't go to Cloverleaf and eat their pizza because they firing black people
Well,
on
well,
the month of the blackout.
well, hold on. You got the last laugh. So,
Sure did.
shout out whoever it was that that fired you. Is like, listen, y'all.
Shout out to Cloverleaf Pizza for making me a star.
Thank you. Right, that's right. See how God worked that thing, as my mother would say. He'll use your enemy as your footstool. So really,
Right.
we want to thank y'all globally because y'all did the
Yes.
sister a favor because all they did, they were the wind beneath your wings, Ari, and now you are
Sure
flying.
was. Flying high on cloud
I
nine.
love it. So now you would, in part of the intro, I was talking about the streetwear. The goal is
Yes.
to promote legalization of cannabis in the state of Michigan and in the city of Detroit. You want to elaborate and give us some more details about that?
So when I started my business, I knew that I wanted to put Detroit music into my business to let people know this is a young lady from Detroit who loves to smoke cannabis. And she hit with all the Detroit lingo and language and music and everything. So, it's got the backwood font because if you're from Detroit, you gotta have a backwood. Gotta have backwood. So I put the backwood font
Now,
and I
for
put
those
the joint.
us who are not in the business, who may not be as hip as you and your target demographic, all right, when you say the backwood font, what does that mean?
So backwood is a leaf that, big cannabis smokers they like to use to roll their, you
Okay.
know, product with. So I took the font of their business and put it into
Oh,
mine to let them know, this is a
wow.
cannabis shirt
See,
and we
Ari,
support backwood.
Ari, I'm about to date myself now. I'm not a smoker. I never was a smoker or anything or a drinker. But I had cousins and a lot of friends, but I never heard of that rolling paper. I'm gonna show you. I'm
Yeah.
dating myself. They was all using tops. Do they even use
Yes.
is tops even in business anymore?
Big bags. Yeah.
I know that's because she like tops. That's like real old school. So,
Yeah.
all right, so finish. Go, but I was just curious because I was like, okay, so what exactly does that mean? I'm sure some people who don't know is like, what does she mean? So finish telling the story about the goal, like you said, is to promote the legalization of cannabis there in Michigan and in the city of Detroit.
And so I put the fine on, and I'll make the shirts loud with the paraphernalia. But I also have shirts that don't have paraphernalia and just say Stone University.
Okay.
So my business is dedicated to anybody, whether you smoke or not. These t-shirts are just for you to support Michigan on the legalization of cannabis in the year of 2018, right after I graduated high school. So everyone was lit. Everyone in my in millennial generation was lit. We was happy. We was like, hey, Detroit on fire. So these shirts are dedicated to, that specifically. So
So now is it what else is in the Stone University line? Is it just the sweatshirts or t-shirts? What else do you have? What other merch do you have?
so right now I'm only doing t-shirts. Eventually I branch out to swimwear, socks, rolling trays, lighters, stoner kits, everything. So,
There we
just to
go.
show you a preview of how this shirt comes with paraphernalia on the
I
side.
got you.
This one doesn't. This just says Stone
I
University.
got you.
And I also dropped a GTA theme. So if you're a gamer and you like to play video games, this is a Grand Theft Auto themed t-shirt. And
Wow.
it's reflective vinyl. So you get your cannabis on the shirt, a crazy car, a graphic. This is just all beautiful paraphernalia on the shirt.
Did you
And
design all your shirts and merchandise? Did you design it
yes,
yourself? Wow. Okay.
yes, except for this one, except for my Grand Theft Auto theme, I went to a logo designer
Okay.
who specializes in Grand Theft Auto type
Images.
pictures and
Yeah.
edits.
Okay.
Yes, his name is Cameraman Cash. Shout out to him for making my t-shirts. So, and then this also comes with a leaf on the
Got the leaf on
front.
the back. Man,
Yep.
you need to holler at Cheech and Chong. I think one of them is still living. They've been the weed smokers for about it seemed like 100 damn years.
And by the way, on that, I do offer free merch to cannabis influencers or influencers who just want to review products. I offer free t-shirts. You will get this. You get any t-shirt you want for free 99. Just help me out. And
So,
I also
go ahead.
embellish them.
There you go. Embellished. All right. I love the term embellished. Some folks would call it bedazzled. You just got it all blinged out. Stone
Blinged
University.
out.
I love it. So what colors do you have?
So right now, on hand, I have green, I have yellow, I have black, red, white. I can customize your shirt for you. You just have to send me a message and say, hey, I want a green t-shirt, Stone University. I want stones on them. Bling it out. Fine.
Okay, so now let's talk about it because you mentioned customization.
Yes.
So I'm sure you can customize more because that's a t-shirt. You up in Detroit,
Yes.
so I know in the Midwest, I grew up in Chicago. It's cold. So
Yes.
you're gonna need on that with that
Sweatpants.
t-shirt, you're gonna need a sweatshirt, a hoodie,
Yes.
a jacket. So do you customize if they want the whole Stone University, logo and paraphernalia and the whole
Yes.
embellishment? What else can you customize? What other gear or merchandise can you customize?
I can do sweatshirts, t-shirts, sweatpants. It doesn't matter. Even if you have something that you want me to embellish, I can do it for you. It
Okay.
doesn't matter. I'm all hands on.
So
Anything to make your shirt look beautiful.
right, and I wanted to go there. because if I remember the story correctly, before you launched your business, you had friends who were in the entertainment industry that had
Yes.
gear and had clothing that they
Yes.
wanted to. Why don't you tell that story? You can tell it better than me.
So before I started Stone University, I worked at a boutique that specialized in dance wear for, pole dancers, and that's how I started the embellishment side of my business. So I did clothes for dancers at gentlemen clubs. So that's how the beginning of Stone University started. It wasn't Stone University then, it was just Stone. So I've been through like a couple of businesses before I got to Stone University. And that's how I was able to incorporate everything that I have done in the past to make this pop off the way that it did.
I love it. So it's got like the term double entendre. It's got like two meanings.
Yes.
So it could be Stone University because you got the stones, the bling,
Yeah.
and Stone University for the folks that's getting
Because you get the
stoned.
stone. Right.
Okay, so
Yes.
how can people purchase this gear, or if they want to if they got some gear, they've got some clothes that they want to that you want you to customize, how can they get in
Yes.
touch with you?
So right now I don't have a website, but you can contact me on Instagram at AURIELOVE, which is Ari Love, or you can go on the actual Stone University page at U of Stone on Instagram.
Okay.
So like the U of Michigan Instagram page, mine is just U of Stone.
I love it. I love it. So I'm sure on your Instagram page, you probably have pictures of all your different merchandise and the different type of gear that you have. So if somebody, if they go to you, the best way to order something for Christmas, because we're promoting it's the Christmas Blackout. So somebody, hey man, I saw the T-shirt, or maybe I got an idea. Could you? I got somebody. I want to get them a hoodie or some jeans or a jacket or whatever, or a dress. So what's the best way for them to get in touch with you and get the information that you need to you?
Just contact me on Instagram because my t-shirt brand, all that falls into that. So just contact me on my Instagram at Ari Love, AURIELOVE, or U of Stoned, U of Stoned on Instagram, and I'll quote everything for you.
Beautiful. So you got two Instagram pages. You said the Ari Love, right? And the U of Stone, and they can just DM you, DM you, and get all of the information, and you guys can exchange phone numbers or whatever, and go from there. I love it.
And I'll also leave it in the comments once this video gets uploaded, so
cool.
Y'all can see everything.
All right, well, the show's about to end in a second, so you're gonna be on point. What's the turnaround time for the holiday? Because we got 18 days till Christmas. So what kind of turnaround time are we looking at?
So turnaround time.
Yeah, like if somebody sees something tonight and they want to go ahead.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
especially if they got something they want to customize.
All month. My shirts are $20 all month for the moment for Christmas.
No, okay, but not the price. Here's an example. I'm like, man, I saw that sister. All right, love that idea. I got a sweatshirt, or maybe a pair of jeans, or maybe it's a hoodie. Maybe you may have some vendors that you work with, and they place an order. Let's say they place an order tonight or tomorrow. What's the turnaround time? Will they be able to get it before Christmas? That's what I meant when I said turnaround time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't mean to throw you off there. I was just
fast shipping on everything. I've never had a complaint with shipping products. And also with my price, everything includes shipping. I do not believe in adding on prices for shipping. You want your t-shirt, I appreciate you for supporting my business. That's my version of giving back to you. So shipping is paid for because it's included in the price. So you're going to get your shirt on time, babe.
I love it. Ari Turner, the owner, the CEO of Stone University. Do your thing, young lady. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
Seeing young people like you give me and my daughters, you guys, give me hope for humanity. I think you guys are going to save the planet and save democracy and save the world. Because too many of us, Gen Xers and baby boomers, man, we
Y'all
screwed
so
up.
far gone.
Yeah. And Vampire, they making me, you know, those Gen X's and baby boomers are making us Gen X's like me and your mom, and the baby boomers look bad, but you know, it's all. And they say it
Y'all
only
need to
take
catch
one.
up.
I know it only take one, but that's okay. We passing the baton to young people like you. I'm so proud of you, Ari Turner. So listen,
Thank
you all
you.
go once again. Give them that information. I want you to go to Instagram tonight, right now, or tomorrow, whenever you watch this episode, and you can. Because I know y'all got some. I know y'all got some smokers in y'all family now.
Hey.
Some of y'all smoking while you're watching, and even if you don't smoke,
Hey.
if you don't smoke, if you like me, you're not a
Here.
smoker. You still got the. I like the whole Stone University with the, as you call it, the
Thank
embellished.
you.
So
Thank
it
you.
just it's a good look. So make sure that you order once again on Instagram. It's Auri Turner.
AURILOVE
Ari Love. Thank you.
on
On
Instagram or
Instagram.
U of Stone. U of Stone will be easier.
All right, there
Yes.
y'all go. All right, Ari Turner. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Happy holiday.
Merry
Congratulations
Christmas.
and much
Thank
success.
you. Thank you for having me
No,
on.
thank you for being my guest. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I am so proud of. I love, and the one thing I love about this is it's a chance for me to kind of give back and allow talented young people, anybody, talent, it doesn't matter age, young people not so young, Gen Xers, baby boomers, Gen Xers like myself, millennials. She's like a Z-lennial and the Generation Z, her and Allie, same generation. But especially my young people, I just love because that energy, I feed off that energy. I just remember, you know, being in my 20s and just the energy and the confidence, and I feed, you know, for me, I feed off that. I mean, young people keep me young, so it's a chance to give them a platform to help them launch their business. And I love her energy, and I love her business model. So you all support the sister, all right? Also, speaking of supporting Black-owned businesses, on Instagram, Black-owned everything. Just type in Black-owned everything. Whatever you're looking for when it comes to buying Black-owned businesses of all kinds, you can find it there. And usblackchambers.org. usblackchambers.org. A lot of Black businesses all throughout the country. You go to that website and they'll show you exactly, you find out what you're looking for. And, you know, a lot of cities, they have a lot of Black-owned businesses. I think they've got the usblackchambers.org. They have, I think, 4 or 5 different cities featured. So just go to usblackchambers.org, or once again, Black-owned everything on Instagram. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast in Los Angeles, 1:30 p.m. in Hawaii, out on Pearl Harbor on today, the day that we commemorate the 80 years ago to this day when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. Once again, rest in peace, power, and paradise to the men and women who, serving their country, made the ultimate sacrifice and gave up their lives to protect this country. So I want to just say thank you and rest in peace, power, and paradise, and acknowledge the survivors, the few living men and women who were on Pearl Harbor, on that island of Oahu, back on December 7th, 1941. All right. I love each and every one of you, Mother. You know I love you more than life itself. So the next live episode of the Geno Jones Show is going to be tomorrow. I like to call it Working Divas or Get Well Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Oh, by the way, shout out to Mr. Mark Hill Bailey. He is the designer. He is the CEO and owner of Designer Cuts. He is the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. And Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show, along with Bruce Gage. Allie Jones, fashion designer, fashion design major at Columbia College Chicago, my alma mater. Just reach out to her on Instagram. So it's _Lexi. So the underscore is that line at the bottom, like Ari says, she's got the underscore. So _Lexi, LEXXIE, space Nicole, NICOLE, _Lexi space Nicole designs. Her designs are just, man, they'll take your breath away. She is like gonna be the next design superstar. So Versace and Donatella Versace and all y'all, listen, Allie Jones is on her way. She's coming for you. And shout out to Mr. Bruce Gage, the official wardrobe consultant, also stylist. Where I get my gear. You see this? Yeah, that's how I rep. Mr. Bruce Gage. He's got Amiglio di Mario Uomo or flyballthestore.com. So you can find him on Instagram. Just type in Bruce Gage, Gage. All right, everybody, I got to get out of here. Once again, I want to thank Ari Turner, the owner, CEO of Stone University. Go to Instagram and check out her gear. Get you some of that Stone University gear. You'll be stone cold repping for the 313 and the 248. She reps for her city, Detroit, Michigan. Shout out to all my Detroit people. I did a morning radio show there for 3 years, so that's like a second home. I got a lot of love up in, as we call up in the D, for everybody up in the D. All right, everybody, go back. Don't forget, tell everyone you know to please subscribe to the Geno Jones channel. Everybody you like, everybody that you love, everybody that you can't stand, folks you hate, you don't even want to be around. Tell them to listen anyway. Strangers on the subway, on the plane, on the train, on the interstate. Tell them the biggest and baddest show in the business, the Geno Jones Show. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch the show live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Please share this and every episode and like every episode. So tomorrow, Wednesday, 6:30 p.m., the next live edition. Just want to remind you one last thing I need to say before I get out of here. Along with, thank you so much for watching. Finally, as always, be blessed.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.